Welcome back, Totem Pole Nation. It is a Wednesday, April the 17th. What's going on, Coach?
Man, this is a wonderful beverage I'm drinking here in my Totem Pole mug, and it's coffee. And I drank a lot of coffee at the University of Miami and a lot of coffee at Colorado State.
Nice.
And I love coffee.
Dude, guess what? I'm a big fan as well.
Vinegar.
Hey, dude, I got back on the path. Today. I hit up the apple cider vinegar. Just about a shot glass's worth, about that much. And then get you some of that green drink that is from Sam's Club. It's got all your vitamins.
Hey, look, I'm sucking it in, but
Ooh, you're looking good. Well, everything you dropped, Coach, ever since I talked to you last, I picked up.
Huh?
Everything you've lost since I've last talked to you, I gained it.
Hey, man. Life's all about the ups and downs. Coach Bald is back. He's back and better than ever.
Absolutely. Welcome back here, Life Lessons Podcast. Man, you guys did an amazing job while I was out. I'm proud of y'all. And that's the thing I love about Life Lessons is guess what? When you watch this podcast, you're going to learn stuff that you ain't going to find in a book. Sorry about that, but you're not going to find this kind of stuff in a book. You know what I mean? It's just going through the process, brother. Going through the process.
But I wrote something down. Let me see if I found I might have thrown
Oh, you wrote something down. I
wrote it down. I had notes that I had taken.
I got earbuds I didn't even put in. I want to put them in, see if my voice sounds better on here. I'll be right back.
Great. You sound great.
Thank you, Coach.
The mystery of existence is not to be solved, but to be experienced. The mystery of existence, the meaning of life, is not to be solved, but to be experienced. The Jimi Hendrix experience. The Joe Rogan experience. The Totem Pole experience.
What
do you think, Coach
brother?
Bob?
That's the thing, dude. If anybody's been following or followed us last week, man, they walked a couple miles with us to the beach. They saw everything that we saw, man. We had a great time with it, ran into a lot of new friends and family, and just made some memories and lived in the moment and had some experience. For sure.
Yes. We're having the Totem Pole experience. And I went to Colorado State, and Coach Best told me, he said, yeah, this kid's his uncles are in the WWF Hall of Fame. I said, oh, yeah, who? He said, the Briscoes. I said, no way, man. So then I told you, you sent me that video, and that kid was so happy, man, when I showed him that video and you knew his uncles. That was awesome, man. It's all about we're creating connections.
That's it, man. You know, Jerry and Jack Briscoe were probably the top babyface tag team, you know, in the mid 70s to late 80s. And, you know, just the Jack Briscoe arm drag is, you know, nowadays kind of known as the Ricky Steamboat arm drag. But you're just talking about legends. And that's so cool. That you ran into him and that you had mentioned that because, I'd been at Legends Luncheons sitting there, you know, with Gerald Briscoe, with Fidel Sierra, with Haku, with Ricky Santana. So, man, for him to see that, for me to be able to share that, I thought that was a pretty amazing thing. Now, he was the center for Colorado State. Is that correct, Coach?
Yeah, he's the center. 4-year starter. He's the guy, that ear hole shot at the guy.
Boise.
From Boise, yeah.
Yeah, man.
They had him and they had another kid named Moss. That was from Lamar University, a D2 school in Texas, and they were dogs.
Oh,
I mean, they got after it. They could have played with us back in the day. They were hardcore.
Did you make an example out of anybody, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, I always like to test myself, and I'm not allowed to coach when I go there and visit, but I mean, I cheer, I guess. What's the difference between cheering and coaching? And sometimes you may have somebody on your team or a person around you that they don't know their own potential. So you need to let them know what you see in them and that you are going to hold them accountable and that you are going to be on them every play. And if they don't do what they're supposed to, they're going to hear about it. But it ain't coming from a place of evil. It's coming from a place of love because you actually care about that person and you want to see them improve. Man, and that's what coaching, that's what life lessons, life coaching, teaching is all about. Seeing other people improve. What you think, Coach Bald?
Man, without a doubt, man, Coach Jake saw it in our coach, Matt Bland. Coach Jake saw it in Orlando Pace. Coach McNally, he saw it in Anthony Munoz. You saw it in Big Mo. I've seen it in Isaiah Wynn.
Yes.
And it's just the process, and it is, man.
I'm getting fired up, man.
Help somebody get just a little bit better, man. It's so worth it. Maybe you just change one person's perspective or one person's life. Hey, man, that's what those coaches did for me, So I want to pass that on. I want to pass that torch and, maybe help somebody that it looks like an unclimbable mountain, make it feel like a speed bump at the end of the day.
Yeah, man, as a teacher, as a coach, I always hear these guys say, I learn more from my players than my players learn from me. And that's from the coach's perspective. And in order to be a great teacher or coach, you have to learn about your students. So if you want them to learn, you got to learn about them. Learning is a two-way street. I learn about you, you learn about me. We learn about each other. We learn from each other. And I mean, I had a student show me a video in Shadow. It's a 13-minute like comic book video about the world, and it's in Shadow. And I asked the kid, said, who made this? He said, I don't know if you can find out. Well, the name of the guy was right at the end of the 13-minute video. I hit him up on Instagram, and the guy hit me back. And he said, I'm very, very busy, but tell your students I send my love. And the dude 8 days ago just came out with his second video. He hasn't made one in like 7 years. It's called Kingdom. And I listened to the dude talk, and I found out he studied this psychologist called Carl Jung. And Carl Jung was Sigmund Freud's mentee, and he actually was correct. Sigmund Freud was wrong. But Carl Jung talks about you have to know your shadow. You have to accept and know your other side. Because if you don't know and accept your other side, you can't recognize it in others. And you're really denying your humanity because none of us are 100% good. MK, I have been thinking about this for a while now. Life is sweet and bitter, beautiful and painful, and a blessing to be here. Live to your fullest. Don't waste time on fear and regret. Man, you're going to be like a modern day philosopher, MK. How does that make you feel, Coach Bald? Reading that statement, being a life coach, that is your vocation, your occupation, your vocation in life, and having MK write that to us on Life Lesson.
It is. It's beautiful. And, as a coach and as a life coach, I took the test and everything. And one part of the test is, to, get in with your client. You need to have a story of some adversity that you might have been through and how you got past it and how you've grown from it to give them, the option to see the potential that they have in their own life and how they can make the changes that they're looking to change. So it is, man. It is. It's one of those stories where, you have to, give the get. You know what I mean? It'll make a client feel more comfortable if they realize that, hey, I didn't always have this backyard. I didn't always have, the nicer
Yes.
things that I do now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It does. It connects us all with a passionate story and stuff like that.
Yes.
But thank you, MK. Always dropping love to us.
It's a collective unconsciousness that we are all connected and that we have all been through pain. We've all been through bad times. And when a kid tells me I got an anger problem, you know what I tell them? So do I. I remember a friend said once, what is it? People make a lot of mistakes, especially me. What is the saying, Coach Bald? I can't remember. But when you're trying to talk to somebody, you can't tell them, oh, I never did that. Oh, you shouldn't do that. No, dude, anything you're capable of doing, so am I, because I'm a human being. It's easy for us to see the bad. I mean, yeah, it's easy for us to believe the bad. It's hard for us to believe the good. That we are capable of doing good and great things. Right, Coach Bald? Look at that backyard. When I went to your house, I cried. I was overwhelmed with love, and I was so happy.
It's a lot different than Parkley Apartments.
That's where you had ended up.
Yeah.
But you didn't end up there because you did it your way. You had help. And I told Life Lessons last week that two people that were very influential in your progress and experience has been your wife and your mother-in-law. Those are two women that have really helped you on your journey.
Without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. And she's not doing that great, but she's fighting. And she keeps saying, I'm sorry to be a burden.
Man.
She keeps saying that she's upset that she feels like she's a burden on us. And it's like,
y'all have really drawn closer. It hasn't been a burden.
We do it because we love you.
Yes.
It's not a task. Who gives a crap? It's uncomfortable for 5 seconds. We do it because we love you.
She would do it for us.
She has been.
And we would do it for her. And you would do it for me. A friend in need is a friend indeed, man. When you are at your lowest, who's there for you? I know you've been in those rooms. Like when Jimmy passed away, there's a lot of people that went to, his ceremony, but how many people is really sitting in that room? And it's like 5 people, 6 people, and everybody's just, there's no words.
Yep.
There's no words because, brother, there ain't nothing to say because y'all are talking in an energy that isn't words. And you share the same feelings and energy. And, man, it's deep, man. It's deep. But we know where we come from and we know where we're going. And some people don't. Some people think that this is the end all be all. They think that what matters is matter. Nah. They think what matters is money. Darkest, God bless her. Amen. Darkest 24. What a beautiful woman. She reminds me of my own mom.
Wow.
Because she's a caregiver. And Carl Jung, caregiver is one of the archetypes. One of the archetypes that, I mean, dude, if we believe that the way we look is because of DNA and because of our family, don't you think that there's also personality traits and things that are passed on? Yeah.
Yep.
There's guys who never met their dad, but they got the same issues as their dad. Like I met a kid once when I was in college, my big brother, Mike Burns. They assigned us big brothers, like, you know, help us and stuff. We go to a party and I'd be like, "What's up, man? You ain't drinking?" And Mike say, "No, I don't drink." I was like, "Well, what's up? What's up?" He goes, "My dad is an alcoholic." And I kind of thought, I didn't understand that because I was a kid. Your dad's an alcoholic. What's that got to do with you? He knows his dad's shadow. And he knows that since his dad's got that shadow, so does he.
Yeah.
And my Uncle Jim, who died of COVID and was 90 pounds, looked like me, but he's 5'7", had huge ears and a huge nose. He had syphilis, he had black lung, he had cancer, he had gonorrhea, and he died of COVID. Okay? This guy was a professional alcoholic for probably 60 years. He started drinking when he was like 12. All right, he was a great guy. The funniest dude ever. The funniest people in the world ain't on screens. The funniest people in the world ain't on TikTok. They ain't in movies. They're your uncle. They're your cousin. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
The funniest people ain't on screens. But my Uncle Jim was a great guy when he wasn't drinking.
Yeah.
What do you got to say about that, Coach Bald? Coach Bald is back.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, without a doubt. You know, without a doubt, we're in a time where you can kind of help mold to be the person you want to be. You know.
Yes.
Sometimes, the best fathers in the worlds, they had the worst fathers in the worlds.
Yes. The shadow. They knew the shadow.
Yeah, man. So, you got to learn one way or another. You know what I mean? One way or another. But, yeah, man, it's good to be back. It is good to be back, chopped up with you. It's been a good while. Totem Pole Nation, man, hit that subscribe button. Channel's been doing phenomenal.
Man,
taking you along.
How fast did we get to 122?
We hit that last night, yeah, man. We hit that yesterday, dude. That seemed like less than a week, bro. Seemed like less.
Love.
We
are the low man on the totem pole, man.
That's it, man.
We understand who we are and where we come from. Like Drake, Drizzy Drake says that he is from the bottom. Okay.
I'm gonna coffee up.
The bottom is relative. Okay. The bottom is relative. What some people think is the bottom would actually be their top. So happy you're back, Coach Bald. MK, we love you. We love Coach Bald. He was on vacation, spending time with his loved ones. Now he's back. Elizabeth, how you doing? Great to see you. Thank you for coming on Life Lessons. This is Coach Bald's podcast. I'm Robin to his Batman. I'm Robin. I'm his sidekick. He's like Burt Reynolds, and I'm Dom DeLuise. All right, I'm Captain Chaos. Captain Chaos. If you haven't seen Cannonball Run, man, that's a good movie. Good. How am I? I'm great. Okay. I spent a week in Miami. I spent a week in Fort Collins, Colorado, and now I'm back where I started, Route 10. Coach Bald, we said it. People say, Troy, you won't leave Richmond. And I say, everywhere I go, I take Richmond with me because I know who made me. I was made by coaches because even though people may leave or people may go, you can still take those people with you. Like my brother Jimmy, my mentor, Jimmy Rogers, Coach Bland, my dad. Nobody else has those three guys in them. Two of them are killers. Oh, here you go. Shut up. Yes, sir. Or is it yes, ma'am? Coach Bald. Man, I mean, I guess it's like you look blind with those glasses. Well, actually, it's because he is. HC. Is that a Chicago Cubs hat? Go Cubbies.
Go Cubs.
They won one World Series in 100 years, but it's a great city. I mean, it produced let's see, all those great comedians and improv guys. Belushi,
Blues Brothers.
Farley. No, it's 76ers. Okay, look, brother. You wearing a 76ers hat and you coming on here talking junk about two guys from the same place as the best player that ever played for your organization. Bubba Chuck, Allen Iverson. That's right. We're from the triangle. We're from the triangle. 804-757. It don't matter where we go. It can be in South Florida. It can be in Fort Collins. But when somebody from VA meets somebody from VA, we all from the triangle. HCY. See, MK is, as Al Groh would say, and Bill Parcells, there's OOTs and there's OOUs. There's a lot of OOUs. My fault. There's a lot of OOTs. There's a lot of them, but there's not many OOUs. One of us. No one cares. Mind blowing. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be here. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be here. Eagles are winning the Super Bowl. Well, y'all better have an answer for cover zero max pressure, or y'all won't beat Tampa Bay because they like to bring it, don't they, Coach Bald?
49ers figured those guys out, and they've been just an average team ever since. That's facts. All right. 49ers figured you guys out. Look at the record after the 49ers. You were one of the worst teams in the league. Okay.
How are you related to Freddie?
Me?
Yeah.
I've known the family since.
This is Freddie's family friend. Come here, man. Look. This is
Malcolm
Coach
Hall.
Bald. See that backyard? That's in St. Petersburg. He's from Jefferson Davis Highway, dude. He's from Park Lee. You know how they have Winchester Green? Winchester Green weren't always there. It was something else before that. They knocked it down and built it back. Look at that dude's backyard. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah, brother. Love you, man. Yeah, look at MK. We are trying to have a good time here. So if you don't care, you can leave. Wow.
You just got chucked out the club, bud.
Tampa balls. Coach Bald. I went, Coach Bald. I went to South Park Mall, went in this store that sells jerseys. We used to call it April's. It's something else now.
Remember that? Yep.
But they had these jerseys, and it was like the Nike. They're not the game like on-field jerseys, but they're like the embroidered Nike. They're $175 each, right? So I go up to the rack, and usually the place is very overpriced. But they go, yeah, these are 100. I said, what do you mean 100? They said 3 for 100. I said, what? Y'all are selling these jerseys for 3 for 100. And they were like, yeah, because the guys don't play on the teams no more. One of them was a Derrick Henry throwback. Dude, that's a sweet jersey.
That is.
Then they had Justin Fields. They had Diggs. I would not allow my son to buy a Diggs jersey. But here's the point I want to make. The names on the back change, but the name on the side don't.
That's it.
GSH, George S. Hallis. The names on the back change all the time.
Yeah.
They want you to keep buying jerseys. So I bought a Justin Fields for me. I put on an extra large. All right. If I was from this generation, it would look good. But me, I got to wear a big jersey. So I went double X. So I get the double X. And I said, I'm going to do a social experiment. The first time somebody says something about this jersey, I'm going to give it to them. It was $33. It's a $175 jersey. I bought my son the Derrick Henry. He put his Derrick Henry on. So we're walking through South Park Mall, looking like one of the, Nelly's posse. Jay-Z, back when Jay-Z and R. Kelly were good. Or were they? Okay. But we was rocking the jerseys. You look 90 years old. I bet your mama don't believe I look 90 years old. Woo! Now, so we're walking through the mall, and we're getting ready to leave. Nobody said anything about the jersey, but I look over at the nail place, and there's a dude standing there with an elderly lady and another woman, and he's wearing a Justin Forte Chicago Bears jersey, and it's
Matt
a little too
Forte.
tight.
Matt
Forte.
Forte.
Is Forte still play for him?
No, dude.
That's the deal. That's the deal.
Yeah.
Is that if you're a true fan, your jersey don't look new. You got the old jersey and you don't care about the name on the back. It's kind of like when you see these guys that are supporters of certain political parties and they're all wearing brand new stuff. They're actors. They're fake. Mm-hmm. The true fans, they wear the same hat. They wear the same jersey, the same jacket. Because that junk means something to them. And they ain't got money to buy the newest one. So, dude, I looked at the guy and I go, hey, man, Justin, I think I might have took it off and I'm holding it up. I said, hey, man, Justin Fields. He goes, yeah, Justin Fields. And he said, I got a white one. I said, here you go. I gave the dude the jersey and his wife said, praise God. Dude, I said, I bought this jersey because I was going to give it to somebody because it don't mean nothing to me. But that dude didn't care that Justin Fields' name was on the back. He was wearing Matt Forte, a Justin Forte Bears jersey. Yeah. So that's the life we live at Totem Pole.
That's it.
That's
man.
the Totem Pole way. That's the Totem Pole experience. This just ain't a podcast. This just ain't a website. This is an experience. The Jimi Hendrix experience. HC, stop being mean. You're ruining everyone's morning. So you can leave or you can stop being mean. MK, there's a reason he's being mean. Okay? And some people don't accept their shadow. They don't accept their side of themselves that has anger, that has hate. Some people like that feeling. Some people enjoy it. They embrace confrontation. You know why? It makes them feel alive. It makes them feel alive, Coach Bald, doesn't it?
It does, man. Some people have nothing going on in their own life. So they see some people that are doing good or trying to do good for somebody, and they want to pull them to the ground. But guess what? You don't know me, son.
They can't stop this.
You don't know me, son.
They can't stop this.
Once this podcast ends, this day is going to be a phenomenal. You know why? Because I say so.
And we're not playing a character. Everybody else you're watching on your screen, your reality TV show, your TikTok, your Instagram is fake. They're not real.
They're acting.
They're actors. They're playing a part. We ain't playing a part. This is who we really were and are. But the most important thing, MK, is that you be the person that you want to be. See, this is psychology, not Freud, Sigmund Freud. He was wrong. Carl Jung was right. You have to be the person that you want to be. If you want to be the head coach, act like the head coach. Dress like the head coach.
That's it.
The cheat code to life is to surround yourself with people you want to be like. Coach Bald looks like a pro wrestler. He hangs around with pro wrestlers. I told those two kids from Colorado State, I said, dude, y'all be professional wrestlers and I'll be y'all's manager. His uncle runs a talent agency for wrestling. I don't have to act. I just have to be, because I understand my shadow, and I understand I'm like Tupac. There's two Pacs. Maybe because there really was two Pacs, but was Tupac really Tupac, or was he LeSean Crooks? He was whatever you paid him to be. Coach Bald, how do you feel being back?
Hey,
The
man.
Life Lessons podcast. We're the lesson. We are the lesson. Just learn from us and what not to do and what not to be.
Hey, man. I can't wait till we do this again tomorrow. Speaking of reading and learning and books, this is what I'm working on right here, brother. Oh, yeah. We've got some big stuff going on at the clinic this weekend at St. Pete Rejuvenate. And, yeah, check us out. Check out our website, St. Pete Rejuvenate. Health is wealth. We have a huge clinic going on this Saturday. I think I'm just going to live stream the whole thing.
Yes.
If that's
Yes.
cool with Totem Pole Nation.
Yes.
It's going to be it's going to be different than what we usually bring to you, but we're a different show. You know what I mean? So we're going to bring that to you guys. But yeah, a lot of good things going on over there. You know, if you're battling depression or you're battling chronic pain, the ketamine infusion, do your research on it. Look it up. You don't have to come to our place, but do your information for it. No need in suffering any longer. All right. Check that out. Heck, if it works for Elon Musk, maybe, just maybe, it could work for you. You know,
He's a genius.
it's not where it's unaffordable. It is affordable. And the most important thing is you should never put a price tag on how good you feel in life. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen, you only have one. You only have one shot at this thing we call life. So live your best life. But yeah, IV hydration is clutch this time of year. I had to get one myself because we had such a great time this past beach week and just living the dream and wanted to just keep it going. So I did that as well. But yeah, Coach, what do you got for the what do you got?
Yeah,
for the
but MK, this is not for recreational use. This is for medicinal purposes. This is for the treatment of pain and for depression. This is not, I mean, morphine is a highly addictive drug. What's that stuff that you put on your laughing gas? Is
anesthesia.
A highly addictive drug. Like, this is not for medicinal purposes. This is for
it's administered by a physician.
Yeah, a doctor.
You're slowly being administered, and you know you come out feeling rejuvenated like we do.
But this ain't for kids. This ain't for kids.
Absolutely not. No.
This is for adults who have suffered chronic pain.
Right.
And yeah, look at Chance. Morning, gents. Hope you guys have a great day.
Welcome back. We got the band back together.
Yes. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. I feel alive. I feel happy.
Big shout out to Better Call Paul, the Medley Man. So glad you're with us, man. Family, you're crushing it every night. Check out the show at nighttime. What time are y'all doing the show, Coach? It seems like it fluctuates. Is there a set time?
Well, Lambo, he's got practice. And Paul, he likes to get up early.
Yeah.
And Paul doesn't stay up late at 10 o'clock at night. So Paul wants to go earlier. Lambo's got later. So it's going to fluctuate between 7 and 10 o'clock.
That's all right. Just keep it dialed in.
Man, those guys are great.
But definitely, Totem Pole Nation, hit that like, subscribe button, send it to your buddies, send it to your girlfriends, and check us out, man. We're trying to change lives, make people better, and give life lessons, man. Give life lessons, stuff that you can't find in a book, stuff you got to
Yeah.
live through.
Peace.